Let's begin. We'll start by connecting to our deep Ujjayi breath. Align the skull bones over your sit bones. And gently sink the tailbone and the sit bones down. So we feel this descent and substance of body into ground. Our practice today is choosing how you'd like to explore these interiors or explore your sacredness. Some people explore by choosing a particular location and growing their enduring focus to that area. And others may choose a quality of attention that we remember and sustain throughout our practice. So maybe a possible intention is to work with a quality of curiosity or kindness. I'll just give one more example. Maybe there's a pattern that you would like to change or interrupt. Maybe it's a pattern of how we talk to ourselves or introject. So a possible intention there would just be, could I notice all the instances where that pattern arises? There's lots of ways to hold an intention. If one of those speaks to you, I encourage you to pick up on it and fine-tune it for your needs today. You can work with a location, you can work with a pattern, you can work with a quality of energy. Those are good places to start. But here's the thing, I give a lot of options, choose just one. And we can commit to that for just under an hour. If you need to change the cross of your legs, now is a good time. If you like the way you're seated, we'll work alternate nostril breathing. We'll do so in two parts. The first part, no hold. The second part, will include the breath hold. I'll start with my left hand this morning, and the left hand thumb will close the left nostril. So our first part, no hold. So I'll inhale solely through the right nostril. And then straight away a switch. Close the right, open the left. And let's go for about a 12 count exhalation out the left nostril. Whether it lasts that long or not, just aim for 12. And we'll take what we get. Then that left side is open. Inhale through that left side. And straight away, exhale out the right. Let's do just a couple more rounds like so. Alternate nostril breathing. No breath hold yet. Just go straight from inhale to exhale. If you can feel the head space right behind where your hand is touching your nose. So you go inside and feel that space in the sinus cavities. It's right between the soft palate and behind that optic nerve. If you can situate yourself kind of inside and behind your face, line that head space up over your heart. And now we add in a hold. So just continue on your alternate nostril breathing pattern. And we'll insert a small breath hold. So it's inhaling till full, holding 5 to 10 count, exhaling 12. Yeah. So just continue, and is now adding in a breath hold. let's say the next time you exhale, we'll conclude our rounds right there. Excellent. We'll change the cross of our legs, putting our right leg straight out in front and the left heel close near our groin. So the knees are set widely apart. Side bend. Inhale, reach the right arm up, lifting armpit away from that right sit bone. And exhaling, reach forward, lengthening through the ribs. Simply set that arm down. Okay? Now for the side bend, I'm reaching this left arm overhead. So even though I might be biasing or stretching the left side, I keep lengthening through the right. As I lengthen through the right side and I feel for my ribs expanding, I'm less apt to collapse over my solar plexus. I like to create these architectural environments where my breath, it can be dynamic. It doesn't get clustered or packed, tucked away. So when we connect to our deep breath, can you feel both sides of your ribs expanding? Spread the left set of hand bones, reach out through every fingertip. And moving into a forward fold. So bring the left hand down. You may adjust your hands or your hips. I'm placing my hands on either side of right leg. And I start my fold simply by relaxing the back of the neck. Feeling the sides of ribs expand with breath's influence, dynamism. You don't have to stretch hard. Breathe well, breathe dynamically, breathe in a way that helps bring our attention in our body. And inhale, let's walk our trunk back upright. And we'll switch sides. So we've got a left leg straightened out in front. We've got our right knee bent, our right foot tucked in. Inhale the left armpit away from the left sit bone. Exhaling, remember reaching to lengthen through this left side rib. We'll set that hand down. Now you can reach the right arm away from the right sit bone. And we move to forward fold. Bring right hand down to ground. Relax through back of neck. Can you feel your breath reaching, getting under those spine bones in the back of heart? And inhaling, let's walk our way up and out. We'll lie on back in prep for some elbow to knee. So let's do that. We'll keep it pretty simple today. So when we lie on back, we'll bring feet off ground, knees over hips. Interlace hands behind head. And here we go. Inhale the head and the shoulders off the ground. Curling tailbone. Exhale the right leg, reach out. Take your elbows and slightly reach them at your left thigh. Pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to our start spot, knees over hips. Our shoulder blades are up. Curling tailbone, exhale, reach left leg out. Slightly turn to reach elbows at right thigh. Draw low belly down. Inhaling, come back centrally. And now track with your breath, curling tailbone, as you exhale the right leg reaching out. Spread the right foot bones. Now draw low belly down. You'll be empty for a moment. Inhale, bend right knee. Curling tailbone, exhale, left leg reach out. Draw low belly down. Let's do the last 3 on each side. Learn if you can feel that space behind your eyes. And when we're inside our body, we're feeling behind our eyeballs instead of out at our foot or past our foot. When our attention shifts, does your experience, your felt sense of your person shift? So we'll do frog, lifting through next. So we can keep the knees bent as we separate our thighs and shins apart. Have the feet the same altitude as the knees or a little bit lower. Now, with my bent legs off to the side, I have to use a little abdominal pressure to keep my low back from lifting, dropping away from the ground. Here we go. Inhale, the head and the shoulders up. Exhaling. If I exhale from that low belly pubic bone area, the tailbone and the pelvis will slightly shift. Reach out through legs, pull low belly down. Keeping the head and the shoulders up, inhale into pelvis, pelvic floor. So reaching to genitals and hip sockets. Exhaling. Exhaling from that pubic bone area, reaching out, feeling around the hip sockets, in the hip sockets. Pull low belly down. Inhale, let that tailbone relax down. Keep the shoulders uplifted. Exhaling. Now start to sense the space, the volume of your body around those hip bones as you pull the low belly down right between those hip bones. Let's do 3 more. Inhaling. Now attuning to the space between your hip bones. Sometimes when we attune to the sense of the space of the body, the volume of body, we get another piece of information. Like another layer. And it might correlate or it might just coincide with what we feel physically. And you can help your feet down to the ground. And our last one will work straddle lifting through. When we work straddle, we're bringing the legs straight up and then apart. If you find that a little challenging, and you need to bend the knees slightly, of course, bend the knees slightly. And with the hands supporting back of brain, inhale, we'll float the head and shoulders off ground. Exhaling, curling tailbone. Feeling between the hip bones, draw the low belly down. Inhale, relaxing tailbone down to the earth. Yet keeping the shoulder blades up. Exhaling. Feel right between the hip bones. Spread the soles of feet, the bones of the feet. Draw the low belly down. Inhaling, relax tailbone down. Exhaling, keep feeling. So there's a degree of focus here. You're still feeling the area of pelvis. Pull low belly down. Inhaling. Feel your breath reaching into that area between the hip bones and the pelvic floor. Do the last two on your own. And when you are through, set the head down. Use the hands, help the legs together. All right. When you turn over, let's press up to standing. And from horse stance, we'll work some rounds of Agnisara. So choose a deep stance. When we get into our stance, there should be no pain in the knees. So that would be like, exception. If you just feel a lot of heat in your leg muscles, that's good. You can keep bending, deepening into that stance. Muscles, great. They're fantastic to work. Okay. I'm going with hands on thighs for these rounds. So inhale into the low back and the low belly. And then all at once, exhale. You can exhale out mouth. Remain empty. Draw the belly in, back, and up. And then let it go. Stay empty. Draw the belly in, back, and up. Let it go. Draw the belly in, back, and up. Let it go. Let's take some breath. When you're ready for another round, start by exhaling it all out swiftly. Remain empty. Draw. You're drawing from the perineum, so where we were kind of pooling and moving in those abdominals, drawing in and back and up and letting it go. You might get 2 or 3 or 4 of those motions before you need a breath. Just making sure to relax to breathe. Let's do 2 more rounds on our own. Keep the chin down for these, almost like you're looking at your belly. When you straighten your legs, heel toe your feet together. And stand at the top of mat. Inhale, reach the arms up, shifting the heels down as if into the mat, into the ground. Exhaling, fold forward, softening the eyes. Maybe the back of the neck tends to let go. Lunge, inhale, left foot back, place knee down. Draw the arms up. Hands to ground, exhale, step right foot back, lower, belly to earth. Cobra, inhaling. Elevate chest, use palms to slightly press. Pull to gain traction. Space. Exhaling, lower, downward dog. Lunge, inhale, left foot between your hands, softly. Hands to ground, exhaling, right foot forward, fold. Inhale, stand, reach the arms up. Sink heels into the earth, exhaling, hands to heart. We'll do one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, fold. Now, note where your feeling attention is right now. Inhale, step the right foot back, meaning where do you feel in your body? Drawing the arms up. And does this match with your intention for your practice? Set the hands down, exhaling, left foot back, lower. All the way down. Cobra, inhale. Exhaling, downward dog. Lunge, inhale, right foot between hands. Setting left knee softly down. Drawing the arms up. Hands to floor, exhale, step left foot forward. Fold. And while keeping those feet active, inhale, stand, reach arms overhead. Spreading the hand bones widely, opening up. Exhaling, hands to heart. So we'll remain standing for standing pigeon. Grab a hold of your right foot with both hands. If you know you like wall support, grab it. Right foot active, flex strong. Strong flex. Turn the toes to point towards sky. Connect to your breath. Even if your eyes are fixed on a point in the room for balance, you can affix them softly. It's a really simple move. And if you can catch the hardness or the softness of your focus, you may also find it comes up quite a bit in fear response or release. And we'll change sides. So standing pigeon, grab left foot with two hands. And it's perfectly fine to just use your eyes anchor into the room. That does help with balance, right? And additionally, you can feel if that visual connection to spot feels myopic, like tunnel vision, hard, latchy, you're pining, grabbing on with your eyes, or if it's really soft, like it's just one point of visual focus out of many, 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 many points of visual information. Right? And that softening does something interiorly, I bet. Can you feel that? Yeah. Awesome. Release. We'll set that left foot down. We're right back into suns. So here we go. Inhale, draw the arms up. Spreading the heels of palms. Vision can be soft. Exhale, fold. Relaxing back of neck. Now, we're stepping back for arrow lunge. Inhale, left foot back. I place the knee down to place the top of left foot down. Exhaling, press. If you have any kind of bother in the knee or the ankle, which precludes you from pressing the knee up, it's fine. You just have to work with the knee where there's no pain or the ankle where there's no pain. So now as we start to heighten some of the work or sensation in this pose, connect to breath. And if you do have a visual focal point, something in your visual field that you're focusing on, just check that out again. Is it one of those hardening, temple narrowing stairs, latchings on out the eyes? Or can you keep a soft visual field, letting that point come into the body and into the eyes? And gently set that left knee down. Okay. Inhaling, we'll back our hips up for twisting lunge. I just want to keep bringing up the eyes. We raise our left arm and then exhaling, hook left elbow over right thigh. Left over right. So if we've experienced a charged event, whether it was traumatic or what have you, but oftentimes in highly charged events, sometimes just feeling a really strong pose or stretch, we tend to almost squeeze our attention out of our body. Softening the eyes is just a really neat, easy way to reconnect to what we're feeling in our body. So if dissociating or going out your body is one of those patterns you're tracking, this can be a helpful way of gently and kindly interrupting that pattern. When we inhale to unwind, pyramid. So I'm setting the hands down. You could use blocks. I'm pressing the back knee up. Setting feet about 3 feet apart from one another. We'll fold. Now I'm pressing strongly through these legs. I encourage you to do the same. Feet are active. Now, working vertical splits, move the hands slightly ahead of the right foot. Bend the right knee. Inhaling, get pressure on that right foot, raising that left foot off the ground. Exhaling, press back through that left inner foot, inner ankle. Reach for that inner ankle. Now this is a good one. Most of us will kind of lift the head and we might stare pretty hard at the ground or at our mat. So this would be a good time to just relax visually. Sense that mat or that floor having just a little softer focus. Connect to breath. And feel your visual field just expanding a little bit. Inhaling, set that left foot down to the ground. Exhaling, we'll step the right foot back. Lower all the way down, pulling shoulders away from the neck. Cobra, inhaling. Reach both legs back as you elevate chest, pulling upper spine away from mid-spine. Exhaling, lower downward dog. Now reconnect to your breath, your deep breath. And by deep, it's not conceptually deep. Feeling. Right? You feel the circumference of the shape of your breath. Is that circumference the same as your rib cage? Is it larger than your rib cage? Some of you may experience your breath as something much larger than your physical body, the skin envelope. Inhale your left foot forward. We're setting up for arrow lunge. So set the right knee down. Top of right foot can press down. Exhaling. Press to ascend. Now, having pressed that back knee off floor, just notice if the eyes kind of shape-shifted and converged to a point. You can keep that focal point visually. Just let a little more visual information from the sides in. Let a little more of that peripheral and room information in. And as you widen, as you expand that peripheral kind of inlet, note how you're breathing into your pelvis. Note if that changes tension around the jaw and the face and the throat. All right, twisting lunge. Let's set that right knee down. Inhaling, we'll back. Our hips weight back. Raising the right arm. Exhaling. Hooking that right arm over left thigh. Now, just reconnecting our intention for today. You may have chosen a location, like an internal focal point. You may have chosen a quality of energy to attune to feel for. And you might be finding one of these patterns that kind of pops up in our practice. Just remember what that one thing was and keep tracking with it. Pyramid. Inhale, we unwind. I'm setting the hands down in front of left foot, pressing back knee off the ground, folding. Both legs are straightened in pyramid. If you can't straighten them, it means we just have to bring hands higher up. And in this fold, let's say we have just a couple more breath moments. You might even just close your eyes and feel the area behind your eyeball. Getting into the kind of the place where the pituitary gland is. All right, vertical split, here we go. Bending the left knee a tad, hands to ground. Inhale, pick that right foot up. Exhaling, reach out through that inner right leg. Keep that breath really full, really deep. And inhaling, set right foot down. Exhaling, step that left foot back, lowering. Inhale, cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. Final move is a choice. So if you want to see your choices, just inhale the right foot forward. And I just want to show you. So if you're game for some strong leg work, your choices are using a block, stepping your right foot onto the block, and working, right, arm to shin, Ekapada, Bakasana. But I'm standing on the block so I can sustain it and I don't have to strain. Option 2 is, it's no less leggy, so you're not getting out of the legs today. It's just keep both feet down and you can work head to ankle. They'll each get into the hip, but in their unique way. Okay. So, the right foot is forward. can be forward on ground or forward on block. And here we go. Inhaling, bring the hands down to the ground. Okay, they'll be bent in each scenario. And that right arm will contact the right leg in each scenario. Okay. And those of you working Ekapada, when you bring that left leg skyward, track with your breath and your vision. Let a little more of the room into your visual field. And then feel how much more widely, how much broader and more expansive your breath feels in your body. That's it, Marissa. That's it. Just one or two more breaths there. Which one are you doing, Michelle? Inhaling, set the left foot down to the ground. We'll step back into downward dog. Okay, we're going to just make a simple switch to our other side. And here we go, Ekapada with a block or head to ankle. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Hands to ground. The left arm contacts left shin. Here we go. There you go. Nice, Natalia. And either one of these poses can have one of those little intense moments. Precisely there. Connect to breath, soften eyes. Nice. Inhale, set that left foot down. Exhaling, we'll step back into downward dog. Last time. And gently set knees down. When you have a seat, we'll lie on back. Final move. Crossing right ankle over left thigh. So we have a pigeon shape, a figure 4 pigeon shape here. I grab left shin with both hands. Now, if you have some back sensitivity, please know you can grab that left leg such that your sacrum and your whole low back remains on the ground. It doesn't have to curve and lift away from the ground. We'll release to switch sides. Left ankle over right thigh. The foundations of at least this style of yoga are pretty simple in that we're feeling and sensing in a multitude of ways inside our body. Just as we can release that figure 4 and let's set up for Shavasana. Because as you set up for Shavasana, I just want to offer to just really simply just noting the experience, what you feel inside your body. When we bring our feeling, our conscious awareness inside, just how easy that is to feel good. It's subtle, but it's definitive, right? Just note what you feel behind your eyes and your face. Just note how you're breathing, what you're feeling in the shoulders and the heart. In the abdomen, in the back. In the pelvis and the legs and the feet. How easy to feel good in our body. And now, bend knees. Turn to a side. And press yourself to seated. Namaste.